Italy and one of the toughest leagues in the world. It really impressed Karch-Kirai. He has a lot of faith in her.
Yeah, Plummer's been just getting better and better since she graduated from Stanford in 2020. She has so many skills, and they will all be on display here today.
First serve is an ace. What'd you say about service pressure and Plummer?
I mean, you knew they were going to go for her. And Volleyball has one of the best serves in the game. She is targeting immediately the scouting report, and I think that's what Stefano Lavarini's done so well with his team, get them to execute it.
One good, one in the net. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah, he's going to get that made on a t-shirt. One good thing, one stupid thing. One good thing, one stupid thing.
And if you weren't with us the other day, that's Stefano Lavarini's words, not ours to his team. Jordan Larson, captain, the governor, serving. Stishak testing the waters. Plummer puts it up. That's a very big block for Poland, and Jordan Thompson feeling it out, a little too much sauce.
Yeah, and I don't mind that swing too much as a beginner. You'd always love to see the ball go long, go deep. At least you're making the defenders have a think about it. And she's going for those hands, like you mentioned, big block in front of her. She's not bringing that ball down. She's not going straight into the net. It's that third option that she's trying to access.
Martina Lukashik serving now. Nice pass from Larson. Jordan Thompson tries a different place, picked up easily by Stishak. Bounce down from Chiaka Obogu.
Obogu, let him know. The 29-year-old has been at the top of her game ever since graduating in Texas, and I'm so glad that she is back here to show exactly what she has to these fans. That was an absolute bounce house.
If you're going to give it up like that, you know you middles love it. Obogu now serving. They run the middle. Well defended, an overpass. Recky sends it back. Then from the outside, Recky and Thompson combine. Can they get it past this time? Thompson feet around, really great pickup. Stishak finishes it off for Poland.
Great finish there from Stishak, but I'm going way back to the beginning of that rally. A middles defense from Obogu, and those are the little details that will make the difference. USA doesn't get this point in the end, but those are the things that kind of add up, really forcing Poland to take and make their points.
Picked up. Bounced. Bounced. No chase. Able to get it.
I'm having a look at Poulter there with the rundown, and she's got that big knee brace on. I wonder if it's a little heavy and getting in the way, because normally she's such a quick responder to those kind of things. That ball way out of her reach.
Yeah, certainly. I wonder too, there was like a little bit of a hesitation step with Thompson there. Again, this is 7 different lineups and 7 different matches for the United States.
Yeah, so they're trying to find their rhythm. Like we talked about in the intro, Karch is trying to find who he wants to use in that Olympic roster. So, and I talked to a couple of the players after and how it's so difficult because they really only have one day, maybe one morning training to really feel each other out. But that's what you got to do when you want to be at this high level.
Thompson attacks and down the line.
And I think that kind of familiarity will start to come. These players do know each other from years of being together, Poulter and Thompson, 2 of them, so it's not going to be usual to see those errors creeping in.
Jordan Thompson serve. Gonna kick back. Stishak. Doors closing. Middle's out of it. Plummer. Oh dear, that was heavy. I think her eyes got really big as she wanted to attack that ball.
Yeah, I think Poland are going to try and take advantage of every opportunity. Great defense. There wasn't much going on at the net, but just too much of a pull down. I don't think Poland can afford to give away too many of those to USA.
Thompson will continue to serve. Pass is nice. Back outside, Mounjic, just super smooth.
She's been another player I've been keeping my eye on. I like the way that she's kind of just calm, cool, and collected and gets things done. She sees her opportunity there to slice it with that external rotation, flat, deep, not trying to do too much.
Stishak serves. Plummer, they're going to test her. That was a perfect pass. Dear Lord, take cover.
Plummer is one of those players, and Vargas is another one. There are some that you just see them coming, winding up, and putting their entire body behind the swing, and that's exactly what you get. A super sharp angle, but also that full power.
Into the net. Plummer has a really nice serve when it's in.
Yeah, I'm looking at Karch's face there as well. He's going to want all his players to bring their A-game serve. That means getting Poland off the net and their middles out of it.
Alegarska up front for Poland.
Ooh.
Little dance by the ball, and then Larson. Jordan Larson does what's needed in every moment, and she makes it look so effortless.
And she's wild that she's still going for her 4th Olympic Games. I remember playing with her at AU and thinking, I had a little bit of goosebumps being with her because she does this every single time. She will find the way. Her IQ for volleyball is better than anyone I've ever met.
Yeah, you watch all these people, effort, 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 and then she's like, well, there's an open spot.
Exactly.
Outside, Lukashik denied, but picked up. Stishak. No touch, ball's long. We haven't seen a lot of middle yet from Poland.
Yeah, exactly right. From either of these sides, really, because of exactly that. That tough serving has got to be one of the strategies. Both these coaches are elite level coaches in their own right, so they know what is the pressure serve and what's going to get their opponent on the back foot.
Stefano Lavarini thinks he saw a touch on the block, and it was pretty immediate. Nobody has fessed up to it. Again, if you were to self-report your touch before the official draws the box in the air. But you know what? They didn't self-confess because it didn't happen.
No touch, nothing. No need to give any free points if you don't have them.
Absolutely not. Alegarska up front in the middle for Poland. As I said, we'll see if they get her going. Pass is nice. Oh, was there a little bit of a stare after that from Lukashik? I'm not sure.
I feel like anytime any team is playing against USA, they have something to prove. They've got to play out of their skin, and you're seeing that little extra stare there. Exactly that. You're playing against the Olympic gold medalist. You got to kind of fluff your feathers a bit.
I don't know. Do you need to stare down Dana Recchi? We'll find out if it's a good idea. Little miscommunication by the United States. Stishak is back court, so she has to just put that over. Slide. Now that one no good, Key, but we did notice in the match against Bulgaria the other day, it was slide after slide after slide.
Just out of bounds. I like the slide play. It's high, yeah. It's fast, especially the way USA use it to spread the offense at the net.
Over the shoulder of Lukashik, puts it down, pancake serve by Wong Orantes, appreciated by the crowd. Poulter gonna settle everything down, go back to the governor. That's what we were talking about with Jordan Larson, simple.
Yeah, and I think this is why she can sustain the test of time, is because she doesn't rely on all power all the time or all speed and all strength. She's relying just on that push, utilizing the mismatch in the block.
Chicken winged up. Poulter cleans it up. Orantes, scoop. Poland outlasting the United States on that one. Really nice play.
And I think that's what Poland have to get in their mindset of doing. We are now a defensive team. Yes, we want to be offensive. Yes, we want to take big swings, but they got to keep the ball popping up. That's exactly what USA is going to force them to do. Go over and over and over.
Chiaka challenge. Great pickup by Volosh.
Woo.
Outside the Reese. Lukashik has gotten a lot of sets already, and we've seen a variety of shots from her.
And that's a great shout by you about that pickup from Volosh, because back to the point of forcing USA to go again and again, both these two teams, if they can be the defensive team in terms of keeping the ball off the floor, scooping things up, keeping and extending those rallies. USA played last night quite late.
Yep.
It's a quick turnaround for them. They're going to be a little bit exhausted. They're going to have only a little bit of time to learn that scouting report. Poland can take that to their advantage.
And I think that's why we saw such a big change in the lineup when you think about it. Plummer, Wong Orantes, Larson, Poulter, Chiaka, and JT. None of them played last night. Sent right back. Stishak's like, are you okay? Because I'm fired up.
Stishak, I love when she gets fired up. She has something special in her. Again, she's one of the taller players out there. She's not going to be easy to get around.
Timeout called by the United States.
41 or on 11, especially when we have that seam, we can attack it hard. Other than that, I think we're on a good course with our passers. Like the loud hands called to Plum, so we got their seams ready. Let's give another good pass there.
Here we go, ladies, here we go. USA! USA!
3 consecutive points by Poland, and you watch the United States break into their position meetings. Basically at the end, Karch Karai always keeps the message short so that each position can meet with their counterparts who are not on the court and get some information.
And that's such a good idea because all those volleyball brains are professionals at the elite level. They're playing out there, the best volleyball in the world. They all have something to offer their teammates from the bench.
Yeah, and it's like you always say, you always have your eyes on the middle. So that's what what's happened there.
Exactly.
They're watching your position, taking in data. Larson gets a touch. Yeah.
She's pointing through the net saying, come on,
Yeah,
just admit it. We don't need to go to a challenge. We don't have time for that.
Exactly.
And again, precision. You see that tiny little touch there. I feel like she could hit a dartboard.
I
10 out of 10.
can. It's a nice pass. That's the one we heard Karch Karai say. Plummer sends it back.
Great block by USA. They're starting to get into their rhythm. We haven't seen the best of them yet. Again, because they're all playing together for mixing it up every time they get out there, but Plummer just doing what she does, hang time.
See if they can get Jurczyk going in the middle. But the passing has prevented the middle still. Stishak, triple block. Back to Plummer. Woo! That's just Plummer power.
The reason I love that swing so much, not just because of the aggressive nature of it, look how far she had to get back over. That was a 3-man block that she was on the outside, swung herself all the way back onto the wing and still formed that huge swing.
Going for a little drop, trying to make people come running in, mixing speeds.
Yeah, the sign of a good server for me is the variety and how many places on the court they can touch.
Lukashuk serving. United States is stacked right. They go into the right.
Oh.
JT, Jordan Thompson pushes deep. That's vision.
Court IQ, again, normally those kind of balls wouldn't fall. Beach volleyball maybe because you got so much space, but when there's 6 players on the court, you have to be so precise with it. Gets Vukovic moving the opposite direction.
Chiako Bogu serves. Poland was stacked to the left, and that was well out.
I don't think it's the last time we're going to see a miss serve out the end line. Both teams allowed a little bit of a risk when they go back to the service line. If you want to put pressure, you have to allow your team to feel comfortable and confident to go for it.
Watch Jurczyk serve into the stack at Plummer. They do. Traffic coming through that way. Justine Wong-Orantes follows it out. And a use of the block. United States has been trailing, though, this entire match. They have not been able to put the back-to-backs together. A couple of subs coming in, so it looks like Karch Karai is going to go with the double sub. That's going to bring Micah Hancock and Kalia Lanier in. Hancock, an excellent server and a smaller blocker. Lanier will be on the right. It's a position she hadn't normally played. She spent most of her life on the left. Karch Karai wanting to try her on that right.
Let's see if she gets that block right off the bat.
That's the flat high serve of Hancock. Stishak. Is that in?
Oh.
It is. Stishak over her shoulder, coast to coast. How beautiful was that?
And she's one of those players I've been watching for a few years now, and the maturity level that it takes to see that ball come from basically behind you. You see the way she changes her head and uses her eyes and her vision to bring it outside the block. It cannot be understated how difficult that shot is.
Here's the versatility of the United States. Lanier is going to hit this rotation on the outside. Plummer on the right side. Plummer was a right side player, was a setter for a long time. So both players comfortable on both pins entirely. They go to Recchi in the middle. Her first swing.
So causing a bit of confusion, I think, on Poland's side, exactly the point that you made there. Then looking at opposite swingers who've just changed sides. Hancock says, I don't care, I'm going straight middle. There's barely even a hand from Alagierska. She's already gone to the wing. Recchi was one of our players to watch in the intro. Hasn't disappointed yet.
Nope, Catherine Plummer missed a serve. This one, backing them up. Nice dig. Hancock to Plummer from the backcourt. Oh my!
What do you like to call that one? The give and go. Plummer getting it done in the defensive, first of all, putting that ball in a really good spot for Hancock. And again, the middle is already gone. Alagierska is not paying attention to her. Huge channel.
Back again, tipped and sent back, and on the line, Dana Recchi using her length.
Yeah, you cannot teach hang time. She is up in the air, and it's also really difficult when you're on your way down. So to keep that strength in the stomach, in the abs, in the shoulders, and even in the fingertips. Great job by Recchi.
Timeout.
Power on your knees, on your forefoot, and be ready to control this ball because she's bombing the ball all the time. If she scores behind your shoulder, okay, but this situation you can control. Even more aggressive, or we change something with the ball that drop. Girls, is the third time that we tip in the block. Try to reach the ball. When you see that the ball is sticking the net a little bit, closer to the ball as like we can pass over or play the ball.
Poland trying to slow it down. They led 15-13, 3 consecutive points by the United States. Brings them ahead. Will Plummer deliver another bullet? She last time went at Stragowska. That's what we saw before.
Well, I think everyone on Team USA, I'm trying to think who has the bullet of a serve. Everyone's kind of gotten the green light on USA. Sometimes there are other players that they say just allow the others to get their serve going. On USA, it's everyone.
Yeah, Micah Hancock has an exceptional serve, no question. From Justine Wong-Arantes, puts it up and then back again. That ball, was there a touch on it? Perhaps. There was. Point Poland.
Poland doing a great job right now of keeping their wits about them because they have seen that USA is coming back, but clever swings like that high, avoiding the block. It's not a tip from Smartek, and again, Lavarini was asking for more aggression. He gets it.
Mounjic serve. Plummer gets it off her head. Just hit it. Excuse me, Larson got it off her head. Plummer hit it.
Man, you don't see Jordan Larson stuff blocked very often, but the response from her team, really good work to keep things going. And again, Larson with a heads-up play, an open hand palm, just popping it to the spot.
She had like the chef's kiss to Plummer after that. Middle. Finally, we're seeing Alagierska get a set, try to spread out their offense a little bit.
Yeah, and they have to because they keep sending it to that pin or the one behind, and the blockers are stacked out there. So just a quick move, just enough space in between those blockers.
Lanier off her back. Doors closing by Poland.
The blocking starting to pick up on Poland's side on both wings. That's a tough swing for Lanier. She's got two very well-formed forearms even, because each player has two of them. Wukashik sending that right back down.
The United States was down as many as 4 at one point in this set. now pounding away, back within 1.
The thing about Larson as well is I don't think she remembers when she gets blocked. We talk about having a goldfish memory. She will be right back at it with the aggression. And that one, for instance, you can see from that top-down shot how precise she is to go straight through the zone of the hands where there is nobody blocking.
I'm going to say the opposite. She remembers exactly when she gets blocked and wants revenge.
That could be the case,
that
too.
That could be too. You never know.
After so many years playing, I wonder if it's still emotional. She seems like one of the coolest, calmest, but I feel like on the inside, you're exactly right, just letting him know.
Yeah. Smarzek's serve, no good, covers her face.
As a reminder, I mean, Poland's only lost 1 set this whole VNL. So they're a very difficult team to beat. So it's not as if USA can just come walking in here. We are Olympic gold medalists. We have everything on our side. They're working for it. Poland is forcing it.
Absolutely. And remember, Poland did beat the United States here last year on this court, denied the United States a medal in Volleyball Nations League. They remember. Plummer, how many times have we seen this now? 3 times it hits the USA player on the way down. Poland's blocking, causing problems.
The blocking is stepping up, and I think that ball a little bit wide for Plummer. She likes it a little more inside so she can go up and grab it. But the blockers, yeah, really dialed in right now on Poland's side.
4 blocks for Poland. The United States not able to use their middles hardly at all. Plummer dials it back.
I think Karch will be so happy with that. A few times the ball's gone straight in the bottom of the block. Switch it up. Find that donut, that campfire. That, what's the other word for it?
I don't know. I'm looking at Ali Franti coming in to serve here as we were talking about. I just call it the campfire. Franti, one of those excellent servers and a great defender. Lifted.
Oh.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done by Mounjic.
Yeah, again, Mounjic, we keep talking about how she's one of those relaxed players. I don't think she's very concerned. I like the way that she's turning that down the line as well. The block, oh, look at that corner shot. The blockers have their strategy on her, and that's to take away a little bit more cross. She sees it, her vision is there, and she makes the adjustment.
Substitution coming in from Poland, and this is Julieta Pieska. We saw her do some terrific things yesterday. She's only 21 years old. JT, as the elevator doors are closing, Jordan Thompson gets it through.
Well, it's interesting you say about Pieska because she's not been with the national team very long. I think that's got to be a zone of the court where USA can get a couple of points in a row. So look for Poulter to be swinging that ball behind a few more times to try and capitalize on that mismatch in the front.
Exactly, and she just got taken out right as you're saying it. We'll walk for it next time. Mounjic's back in. Back, one-on-one. Oh, Plummer there, That was a great play by Poland. I'm watching Plummer push Dana Retke back over.
I mean, middles get thrown around all over the place. I think she was trying to do more help than hurt, just get that momentum back towards the outside, and it works. However, she's in the spot, but falling down, and that's a great tip by Poland.
Poland 2 points away from taking set number 1. Ooh. Key, what's the United States need to do right here? They're down by 1 late in this first set.
Well, they need to capitalize, first of all, on that error by Poland. So now they have the opportunity to force Poland to make some points. I don't want to see any errors from the end line. I want them to get that ball really deep on the end line and let their block do a job.
And for the United States, that's their 5th service error. Pushes Poland to set point. The United States has had quite a few errors in this first set. Serving for the set is Mounjic. Still having trouble with precision passing. Yeah, go to Larson again and again and again.
Yeah, Larson has been there, done that, seen it all. She's got the t-shirt of every single pressure situation that you can imagine between Champions League, Olympics, the highest level in every league. Send that ball to her 9 out of 10 times.
Poland set point number 2. Retke's serve, picked up well. Plummer digs. Poulter's gonna put it for Jordan Thompson. D-ball by Jordan Thompson. The crowd erupts as the score is tied.
Now that is a very tough serve from Retke on the end line. She was close though. I think that is a good swing by Thompson. She takes advantage of that inside ball, but again, keeping the errors low, forcing Poland to play. Rely on your defense if you're USA.
Retke's serve is good. Back, Stishak, D-ball, no good, and the United States takes the lead. Fought off a couple of Poland set points, tied it, and then took the lead. This is the United States' first set point, and Stefano Lavarini says, hold on. Timeout.
Now we get our quality pass because probably she will not push. We have the middle blocker there. Remember when we choose our shot? Oi, calma. We do this side out and then we come back. Now we miss some positioning in blocking on the high ball and on the back row. Wait more and more stable. We were just little too high and they can use us. Do this side out and then we come back. Right.
A few things there from Stefano Lavarini. One of them, the middle is serving. Pay attention if Poland now try to put that ball into zone 5 because the middle has to defend it. There's no libero on court.
Retke serving again. Set point, United States. Middle, exactly what you just called, Key.
Well, I didn't call it. Coach Lavarini called it. I was just repeating it. I'll take credit for it all day long. But that's exactly what we're talking about. Algievska knowing which direction to go to, force that weak play on USA's side.
Plummer's pass is on the money. Larson, just keep going to Larson when it's like that. You've got a ton of great players, but the experience that Larson has is unparalleled.
Yeah, that experience can come in gold in situations like this, and your chick doing her best to try and close.
USA set point again. Poland responds again. Łukaszek.
I think Poland, I'm really impressed by how they've been keeping and sticking with it. They kind of lost the lead there. They had a chance to take the set, but USA not giving it easy.
Wongarantes, nice. Jordan Thompson unloads.
Thompson from everywhere. Give her the left, give her the right. Wouldn't be surprised to see her on a couple of pipes later on in the match. She's very disciplined at getting that ball high, swinging at her peak to avoid the block.
Set point, United States again.
Whoa.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Bolos to mount. Who was it in the middle, actually, when I looked back up?
I think it was your chick. And Bolos is one of those players.
Yes,
she will keep that ball out of the net. She is so comfortable with those tight balls, and she'll do something good with it.
Trouble. My goodness, no touch. Poland will have their chance again. They had 2 set points earlier. The United States fought them off.
Oh, so close to getting a touch. But now Poland in the driver's seat.
Poland set point number 3. Little pop. Stishak is waiting for it. You better believe it. Magda Stishak crushes for the final point of set number 1.
Poland having to keep their nerve, and this is exactly why they've only dropped 1 set in the VNL, because this is kind of the first time they've been tested, I think, throughout this VNL, and they responded so well. USA coming back to have a set point, them deciding, no, this game is not over. Let's get this recycle play here. The setter's out, has to be a bump set out of system, and still a big swing from Stishak into the block.
I mean, this is why like that little shot from Jordan Thompson isn't the best idea, because you can't give Poland another opportunity to swing.
Well, they did get the setter out of the offense, so maybe that's one of the reasons why that ball went in that direction. But you're exactly right. When there are big swingers like Stishak up at the net, flips 2 sides of the same coin.
And yet we know what Coach Karai is saying there. He's saying, get back to good.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he said, like just to keep everybody calm. Get back to good. And we'll see if they start with good serving. Plummer at the service line. She had some trouble. Oh, excuse me. It's Poulter at the service line. There's only about 6 inches difference.
It's the blonde.
Yeah. Ball sent back. Wong Arante somehow. Ricochet blocked. Stishak falls short.
Man, I got to go back to that pickup from Wong Arantes. I mean, Volleyball is one of the best at disguising her over into passes, and Wong Arantes just chipping that ball alive, keeping USA in that set point.
Did it? Nope. Just outside. If you're new to Volleyball Nations League, please enjoy Bolt 6 technology. It eliminates any arguing about line calls. In fact, there's no line judges on these VBTV broadcasts. Perfect pass. Chip shot. Volosh. Excuse me, Wukashik going at it.
And she saw that the hands were pulled away in front of her. I think Larson and company thinking, let's just give her the hand, show and take, but then Poulter on the receiving end of a very big swing.
Saying, no, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, at least she protected the face. That's always the most important part.
I was not a part of this decision. Aligierska serving for Poland. Keeping it on Plummer. They want to test her. Ooh, great up. Better block. Woo!
USA, hello. The block has come to play. Those two players, low and tight, Obogu and Thompson, are not testing a block that you really want to test. If you're Poland, you got the answer now.
Yeah, a couple Olympic gold medalists, they played next to each other last year as well.
A lot of height between the two of them as well. When it comes to Obogu, she's 188 centimeters. Jordan Thompson, 193. I don't know if you can translate that into feet and
Tall.
inches. Yeah, tall.
Tall.
Capital T-A-L-L.
Village takes a look. Goes outside again to Wukashik. Oh! Big block. Out. I like the way that Stishak is using that block.
Now, Obogu and Plummer doing well to get in position, but Stisiak learning her lessons, knowing that she can swing even harder and get those angles.
Plummer pops it up again.
Tough. Block in place. Poland are starting to read USA, and they're getting out now to a 4-2 lead, and it's got a lot to do with this serve. Volosh popping it on Plummer. I think it's a good position there, but Obogu not able to turn it away. Two blockers on her every time when it's a good ball in, for sure.
Volosh serving again. Stishak, Wukashik up front on either side of Jurczyk. Jordan Thompson, just a clean swing.
And I have a few questions about changing that up. I know Volosh has all options when she wants to serve, but if things are working on Plummer on one side, why does she change it and turn down the other way? Because then Jordan Larson's right there, just pops it in a good place, and then easy for USA.
If it's not broken.
Exactly.
Obogu. Service errors, each one hurts a little extra in this set for the United States after the 5 errors of set number 1.
Yeah, and that's probably something that was in the conversation in the huddle in between sets. But then again, does it get in their mind?
Back, go get it was the call, and Thompson did just that.
I love the way she swings when she has the opportunity to go high, because she's so athletic and reaches up, so they're trying to combine a bit of speed with that height, and that's why you see that ball falling inside. She's a little off balance, but still goes to her peak to get it.
Jordan Thompson serves to the right side in the Poland stack. Block is used.
Magic on the outside. Again, I continue saying the same thing about her because I see it every single time. She's turning that ball down the line. Poulter's the smaller of those two blockers. Not Not an easy block to get past by any means, but clever with the angle.
Back to Recchi. Dana Recchi on the slide. She is one of the best.
I want more. I want more middle. I always talking about more middle, and that's exactly why. If she can beat Aligierska out to that pin, capitalize on the timing. Aligierska's kind of reaching out that direction. You know that's when the block's going to be weak. It's not fully formed.
I don't feel like the United States passing has allowed a lot of middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Recchi trying to read it.
Volleyball, again, got to get credit for that ball because it's basically almost going over the net. Good serve by Plummer, reins it in. But look how tight to the net it is, a one-handed set. And Recchi kind of has to pay attention to that first ball, and then it's open net to swing.
Hammered again through the middle. Plummer.
USA responding, point after point. Plummer doing what she loves to do best, which is a very hard-driven ball.
Coach Karai says her Italian team is the best in the world. And she's gotten so much stronger since then.
Plummer playing out in Conigliano. USA continuing to roll. They are not a quiet team by any means. And those are the moments when they stay in system in a tricky spot. So I think that's what Karch is going to want to see out of these players today. Just proving that when things get sticky, how do they respond?
Recchi, nice serve backing them up. Stishak, high hands. Stishak plays like the better, she's only 24 years old, but she just makes the smart shots as well.
Yeah, looking for Larsson's hand there. It's high, it's deep. And she's coming from such a high point, she doesn't need to swing down. If she starts high and finishes high, she can beat pretty much any block.
Yeah, she actually hasn't her birthday yet. She's only 23. Out of system play. It'll be a free ball. Volleyball takes a quick glance. Obogu, close that block. Lukashek, smart, pulls it back.
Great playing by Poland. Good coverage as well, because that first block could have gone straight down. And again, clever to make it just enough out of the reach of Wongarantes. It's not always bang bang. It's not always the hard-driven ball. Got to do something clever.
No, especially when you're a hitter like her. Net violation against Poland. And that's a credit to Jordan Larsson, too, because she just kind of puts it differently. Watch.
Just on the way down with the hand, yeah.
She turns, actually.
Yep.
Touch. Nope. And Stishak looks at Lavarini and says, nope, didn't touch anybody.
Yeah, so a couple of unforced errors back-to-back on Poland's side. Get USA back into it.
Back again. Jordan Thompson frustrated with herself, but Aligierska says, sure, I'll take it.
And that's what you want in a middle. A heads-up play like that, paying attention. She's not getting that much ball in the attack, but she still has to be really dialed in. You see the movement with the feet, tough at the arms. Very good play.
Plummer's pass, and see, none of these you're able to run the middle with.
Yeah.
Outsides are doing the work.
Yeah, and that's on purpose. That's exactly what Poland want to do. They're focusing on targeting Plummer, making it so there has to be high balls to the wings, giving their blockers a little bit of time to react.
It's been a seesaw back and forth. Volleyball serving. Volleyball outside. Love it. That's a couple of really smart shots we've seen consecutively from Volleyball.
And again, that serving pressure is what does it, because it gets the ball overpassed. It's then essentially a free opportunity to score a point. And Volleyball, again, to your point earlier about Plummer playing in Conigliano, she is the go-to setter for Conigliano. They won Champions League this year with her at the helm.
So she knows Plummer's tendencies just fine.
Yep. Straight through the hands this time. Plummer gets a bit of luck. Stysiak low and late to close those hands.
Pass is perfect. Set was perhaps a little bit low. I don't know. It went down, so good enough for Eligierska. Or excuse me, for Jurczyk.
Yeah, clever. Because the block is there, Retke's there. If she had tried to swing that ball, I think it would have come right back at her. Instead, does what we talked about earlier, get the middle blocker who's just served, get her on the floor playing defense.
That's a great thing for fans to watch, too.
Yeah, there's always so much to learn when you're watching these high-level teams.
Plummer switches it up. Volleyball gets it up. Yeah, you're going to go Stysiak. Magda, done.
And if we're talking about learning lessons, again, Stysiak, one of the best today at going high and deep. So she's not bringing that ball back down at the level of the block. She's going outside of Plummer's hands, and she's targeting that very final portion of the court.
Timeout for the United States.
When she tried the soft shot. Keep being early on our calls on the pass, and we're running fast, getting you guys some nice daylight on the outsides. Here we go.
Ready, USA? USA! USA! Here we go, ladies, here we go!
For the United States, Key, what's priority #1 right now as they're down by 3?
Well, I think it's that first ball contact. Poland's been so aggressive from the service line. If they can keep that ball on the head of the setter, and you heard Karsh just talking about it there, keep establishing that middle, that's opening up daylight on the wings, meaning there are going to be gaps in the block. There are going to be late movements from the middle on the other side. So that first contact, really important. The second thing for me is they need to cut down on those service errors. Yes, they want to be a hard, tough serving team, but they also have to force Poland to play. Their defense is looking really good right now. Allow it to go, allow it to feed. Wongaranta is a big part of that. She's back there picking up so much dust.
Absolutely. There were 3 more USA service errors through this half a set. That's an issue. And it's now been a 4-1 run for Poland. But when you give it back, it brings new life. The United States was playing chase through most of the first set, and they're doing that again on this one. We're seeing the same double sub that Karch did last time, where Micah Hancock will come in, serve, run the offense, and Lanier provides an awfully big block. She'll be tasked with trying to slow down Mounjic. Stysiak, Plummer, and Retke combined back line block.
Just like the play was written up, and just to your point exactly, having a very tough serve in there. The blockers knew that ball was going to go back to Stysiak. It was high, it was a little inside. Plummer's able to dive those hands in that direction, because there's no chance she's turning in that back line.
Hancock serve #2. Trouble. It's going to go Mounjic, Lanier, and Retke. Mounjic is going hand hunting and does not catch anything, but Stefano Lavarini says, well, hold on a second. He thinks he saw something, so first challenge for Poland of this set.
Yeah, there's some questions there. Was there an admission by USA? Because they're already moving into reception.
Yep.
Oh, good one. Very good.
Retke's middle finger. Now, it is not a fair play point because it was already drawn and acknowledged, challenge accepted by the official. So you get karma points, but no actual fair play point.
What do they count for? How many are they?
Good life. That's what it is.
I'll take them.
More passing trouble. And here's the opportunity for Poland. They're going to go Stysiak. Block slows it down. Retke works very hard to come back up in middle.
All right, let's talk more about learning moments. Exactly what Plummer did there, put that ball onto Volosh. So then it wasn't a great attack from Poland on their side because the setter was out. They then got an easier opportunity so Redke could work really, really hard to get off the net and get a point.
Plummer going to get her serve back. That one's a tough one. Slowed. Larson sets, runs back outside. Kalia Lanier comes, it's picked up. Stishak. Attack in the hands, great defense by Poland, leading to fabulous offense.
That is all Schlegowska's point. Look how far she has to come in and dive for that pancake to keep it off the floor. It's then converted past the block, but that is just a hustle play for Poland. So USA asking the floor wipers to come down. I wonder if they're just slowing down the momentum a little bit.
I'm sure they're sweaty too, but now we've got a sub for Poland as Benarska comes in to serve and set. Smarzik's up front on the right, goes through the uprights of Smarzik's arms in the United States. Back within one.
And Larson does not care. The 191 opposite right in front of her, big arms, but there's just enough space for her to sneak it through the two arms, and she does it.
Yeah, they've known each other for a while. Smarzik's no spring chicken either at 27 years old. Redke is serving. You've still got Hancock running the offense and Kalia Lanier blocking. But they got the yips on the serve.
Yeah, just a few too many. And again, we're going to keep harping on it, but 0 aces and 9 errors. That ratio is just way off on the USA side.
Back to Lanier, she tips, probably too high. We'll see what Poland does with this opportunity. Great hands. Washington going coast to coast in the middle. Larson puts it away.
That is a confidence play from Larson. I was watching the ball come out of Plummer's hands, and it looked a little squeaky, a little bit inside for her, so she knows the block's going to be solid and formed, but again, high and deep, targeting just the fingernails of the blockers rather than their forearms.
Poulter and Jordan Thompson re-enter the Jordan's sub. Outside. Jordan Thompson with a kill right after she's subbed back in.
Yeah, good work by USA finding a way out of that point because they weren't in a good situation there, out of system. A big swing down to the sidelines from Thompson, and she even looks like she's surprised herself.
Point leaders on the floor, Larson 11, Thompson 9. Stishak behind with 8. Haley Washington not only brings points, but she brings showtime.
Yeah, one of the veterans at this point, one of those gold medalists that you were talking about earlier, but look at her reading. She's low, she's tight, she is showtime, like you said, but that's because she works so hard to get in a good position to get those points. She's not guessing, she's not moving early, she's waiting, she's reacting, and she's playing what she feels confident in.
Washington, best middle blocker from the Tokyo Olympics. That's why. Again, what a combination. Coming again, it's out. And that's just a block that frustrates you, right? Thompson and Washington.
Yeah, and I was watching Washington's reaction after that because as a middle blocker, sometimes you don't get credit when you force that error. She worked to the outside 2-3 times and got the slowdown. Finally, it goes outside. Feels better even than stuff block.
Control position 4 much better. They are on right hand and moving a little inside, so we have to give more definition to the shot. Or is line, or is sharp, or is reaching higher super deep, but work a little bit on the timing also, because if we just enter, now they are controlling this, and we play one more time middle, and we use 1-5, and we play one more time opposite. But girls, Watch out blocking high ball, because you can be more stable with your hands inside without watching, without going to the side. Balls in the stomach that we can kick.
It's been a 4-point run by the United States. So, Stefano Lavarini trying to get his team back on track, because they have had possession, if you would, of this set up until now. Quick look. And there is a touch. Point Poland. Great response by Poland after the timeout.
Yeah, great work to get that touch. Again, a high swing, but this is the difference. When USA gets their ball into the court, they're allowing their defense to do the job.
Jurczyk comes in to block. Nice dig. Yep. Larson begging for it behind. It's still up. Don't cheer just yet. Now the Polish fans can celebrate Łukasik.
Yeah, that was a relatively simple situation there for Poland. They get the first touch. Good job by Larson to keep it out of the net. But that swing's going down. Plummer stabbing at it. Not much she could do down that channel. And now's the moment again to capitalize. If you're USA, you got Alegievska at the service line. We talk a lot about this. Try and force her to play defense if they can.
Pass by Larson. Money. Absolute money.
I think Larson's thinking the exact same thing as I was there. Hey, look who's just served. Guess what? The honeypot's going to be wide open.
Or we can come up with new names for it all the time. Honeypot, campfire, donut.
Yeah, if anyone from home has anything, tag us on Volleyball World Instagram. Let us know what you call it.
Yeah, exactly. And don't say center of the court. Larson. Certain times she demands the ball. I have a feeling she demanded that one. Or at least she should have. Stishak, Plummer, and Washington. That is a devastating block.
Woo! USA stamping the ground with that block, but this is the difference when the blockers are in place and Plummer barely having to move, just low and tight and basically creating a wall with her arms tight to the net.
Back again, Stishak. One blocker, not enough.
Good vision by Stishak. And I love, love, love that the setter, Volos, goes right back to her after getting that stuff blocked, because she knows she has to keep Stishak in this game. A big portion of the point scoring is coming from that player right there.
No question about it. She's their leading scorer. Plummer. She just is so consistent attacking. That one pulled out, no touch. She's going for hands.
Oh, that's close. You'll take that any day if you're a coach. That's a very difficult line shot, and she's looking for the fingertips. You see that as well. She's not just trying to flail blindly. She's seeing where the hands of the blockers are.
Larson pass. Jordan Thompson error. And the seesaw goes the other way as Poland takes the lead.
Larson doing a little pirouette there in the backcourt as well to make sure the ball goes where she wants it.
Second timeout called by the United States.
All right, it's time to start a chant. 3-letter word.
Seeing it short, but she will do something.
Ready?
Nice run, USA. Here we go. Back to side now.
I was trying to listen in and see whose voice that was. Was that Jordan Larson saying, hey, when we go back to serve, get the ball in play so we can play?
I'm not sure who it was. But the concept's good, isn't it?
Yeah, or I just hear what I want to hear. That could also be the fact.
Could be.
But she's exactly right. This is the stage of the match where those errors count for double almost. So keeping the ball in play, allowing them to work that block defense.
Stishak, 10 points right now. The number on their mind is 3. Back to Jordan Thompson. That was an important side out. obviously after consecutive United States errors.
Yeah, USA needed that one immediately to get themselves back on track, and I love Thompson swinging high and hard again. She's getting her feet to the ball, getting herself in a good position to be aggressive with her whole body.
Haley Washington serving, I believe, for the first time in this match. Outside, bang, bang. One blocker on Stishak, she had lunch.
That's what happens. Perfect ball in. Volosh is forcing Retke to stay with the middle, and she's got a wide open channel on the outside to use her outside hitter.
Uh-oh. Poland, Stishak's behind. They go middle. It's off the face of Poulter. She's just fine. Plummer. Try to use her, not going to happen with Jordan Thompson. Here comes Stishak. Block closes a little bit too late for the United States. Stishak controls.
Poland proving time and time again why they're such a dominant team this year, because they're getting out of difficult situations and putting themselves in great spots to score.
Poland brings in Piasecka again. Up front, the 21-year-old, number 28. Łukasik serve. This is set point Poland. Great dig. Free ball. Outside, Plummer. Ball is on the line. Poland wins the second set. Comes from behind late.
This Poland team can never be counted out. USA finding themselves on the receiving end of very tough serves and very big blocks. And again, anytime you're facing a big block, you have to find ways to go around it. Stesiak just stepping in. Look at the move that she makes. She's got Plummer. She's even reaching to the outside, so she's almost tricked Plummer with her feet, saying, I'm taking cross, but actually my hands are taking line.
United States led 21-19, a 6-1 run by Poland at the end of iron sharpens iron in this situation.
Yeah, and it's interesting that he did say there's a lot to learn on both sides, so I wonder what we're going to see in the next one.
Stishak, 13 points. There has been a lineup change on the other side of the net. Haley Washington is starting in the middle, and Avery Skinner is in the outside. What is Karai perhaps looking for from them?
Well, I think Skinner was so impressive yesterday. She had 19 points against Bulgaria. I think he'd like to see maybe what she can do against this Polish squad, because if he's going to bring her to the Olympics, he needs her to perform at this kind of level.
Well, they test her immediately. Thompson wipes off, recycled. And here's Skinner's first swing against Poland. From the backcourt, wind up and let it fly. No surprise.
So much good volleyball on display here in the gym in Arlington, Texas. Look at that swing and the clever nature of it. Between two blockers, there's the channel to go for it.
Washington passes the first ball back to Jordan Thompson. Kind of a neck dig. Over the top. Just so steady. That block is devastating, and we've seen it several times, Keith.
Yeah, Washington's come in and made a huge difference since she was subbed in as that middle blocking spot. Agbogu was doing a great job. I wasn't sure what the change was there, but she is that go-to player in the middle to really dominate and take up a lot of space. Also, having these veteran players on there, Skinner now can be comfortable to go and play her game.
Oh, for sure. And I think she knows she has to. He's looking for who's going to take the audacious swings, who's going to take bold risks out there, and she's going to receive, in my opinion, she's going to receive every serve. in this set.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Plummer was the target the first couple of sets.
There she is again. Bang, that's an audacious swing. Stishak off hands.
Well, you can't fault Skinner for those swings. And again, like you mentioned, she was the target. She's taken the balls high, putting them in a good position. But now Stishak, again, she will continue swinging hard.
Good passes from Skinner so far. Leads to that slide. And Washington knows how to get the crowd fired up.
Yeah, not only is she going to deliver points, she's delivering energy as well. So just that ball getting to the floor, she's turning around, firing up the crowd, firing up her teammates as well. Love watching her play with so much energy every single time.
I don't think she has another gear.
It's always 1,000.
Always that. Into the net, the yips continue for the United States. 11 now service errors, I believe that was the 11th.
And Haley Washington, as we mentioned, someone fun to watch. She might be playing back here in the USA in the professional league next season.
Yes, she is. Yurchik. Serve, no problem. Stishak. Too much sauce wide.
USA chipping away. And again, if Stishak's relied on for every single point, it's going to get a little bit difficult. Tire her out, certainly what USA can do right now.
Yeah, and we see her on every match get a lot of balls. Germany yesterday, the same thing. Skinner, blocked. Ooh, and sent back by Poulter. There's going to be a challenge there, and it might be for 4 touches. I'm not sure. Let's see.
I think you're exactly right.
Yeah, the referee challenged herself. She, I think, is going to want to see whether there were 4 touches.
And the thing about that one is, even if it clips the net, 9 times out of 10, it does touch the blockers if they're doing their job correctly. So I'm glad that Lavarini doesn't have to waste a challenge on this.
There you go.
So if there is a touch, it'll be a replay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we did not play to completion, right?
Well, Poland using it as a chance to have a chat. I wonder what Lavarini's asking of his players right now. USA looking stronger. They're coming back, keeping those balls in, serving tougher. Poland, if they can just keep their level as they have done in the first 2 sets, they should be pretty solid for this set. However, that change of Avery Skinner on the outside, I like that look. I like them giving Poland something else to pay attention to. They haven't seen her yet this match. Very springy, very aggressive kind of attacker.
I believe our official has reached a decision as she's looking up at the board. You know, the United States has played strong up to 20 points.
Yeah.
And it isn't that they're not playing strong at 20 points, it's that, you know, Poland knows how to finish it. So they were looking for block touch. So that one, tape only. No block touch. Poland.
Becky doesn't look convinced.
Now, she's not the official, right? Yeah, she's saying it was a little bit of this, no?
I think we middle blockers, we know. Sometimes we get away with murder.
Okay. Stishak serves. Wongarante Skinner is in the center of the serve receive, and Larson. Passes are good from Skinner, for sure. Closing it down, and Poland in too much of a scramble. I mean, that's what we're really watching, right? The thunderous kills of Plummer, not that Skinner's aren't. The passing of Skinner has been pinpoint.
Yeah, and that's exactly the key, right? That first contact has to be good so that the setter can run her offense.
Jordan Thompson mad at herself for that one, claps her hands. Outside. Poulter to Skinner. They dig it. the final kill. Strugowska had a fantastic dig.
A lot of good things happening on Poland's side in terms of defense. And then that throw as well. Clever from Stesiak to get Skinner out of the offense, but there's so many other options that Polzer can use. One of them, Retke, and a good throw. Doesn't have to do too much, just finding a way to score.
Oh my, Key, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, it's so tough to see over and over, and I think that's the 11th or 12th missed serve on USA's side. That ratio, the risk and reward, has to be brought down so they can get some aces to go with the errors.
Retke doing the work from the middle. Strong kill from her. We didn't see much of a middle presence early in set number 1.
And I think that's exactly what you were talking about. The ball was not in, the first contact was not there, they couldn't run the middle. Now USA can use those strengths and all of those pieces of the puzzle.
Skinner is up front now with Retke and Thompson. Poland just continuing to go to work. And again, they're running their middle. So well done. The finish from Olegerska. Olegerska now back to serve. United States stacked right. And they're giving some away too. Not as many though, by any means.
Yeah, not nearly as many. I think that's just the 5th service error on Poland's side. However, they've been aggressive. They've been putting pressure. Now they have to deal with Skinner in the reception.
Back. Stesiak comes in fast. No libero on the floor. That not picked up by the United States, and Stesiak continues to soar. She got 16 points.
Yeah, she's a bang-bang player. I know she will put in a tip every once in a while, but that's her go-to. Her bread and butter is just swing hard.
Washington denied. What a denial, what a block by Magdalena Jurczyk.
And I love the camera work there as well. That top-down angle gives you exactly what you're seeing on the other side. The middle blocker, Jurczyk, throwing that arm over the net really early.
Out of system with a big all-star across the way. Stesiak cleans it up.
Poland are continuing to put pressure, and Stesiak, again, she's known for being a big swinger, but if she can get these points right here, it's tight, she's ready for it to take it, and there's nothing Skinner can do to grab it from her.
She plays like a very mature 23-year-old, that's for sure. Stesiak keeps her head about her. Karch calls his first timeout of the set.
Letting go elsewhere. Sometimes double commit on that, so let's get a nice pass, strong A route, maybe overload on that. Here we go, USA.
Here we go, ladies. Here we
Bring
go.
on service pressure.
USA. USA.
Defense basketball and beach volleyball action, including the leagues who look like VNL.
Key, another 3-point run by Poland, and this is what it's been. The United States, they did have a 4-point run in that last set, but it's 3 points to 1, 3 points to 1, 2 points to 1. The United States, we haven't seen them really put anything back to back in a while.
Yeah, and I think originally that was because the service errors were not allowing them to gain some momentum. Now I think it's just little things like that last ball going a bit tight, them not paying attention to the block being completely stacked in the middle. So those things just add up, those little details. And again, having to learn a new scouting report within 24 hours could have something to do with that.
Well, I almost think that's why this team, to a degree, that he started with was not the team that played yesterday. I think they might have been looking ahead at this team, that team looking at this, while the other part of the team was looking. Pure speculation, to be fair.
That's an interesting point. Could be.
Possible. But again, I'm not a coach and I'm not in there, so I'm just thinking. Skinner follows that out.
We're always just thinking volleyball.
And we are always just thinking.
Eat, sleep, breathe, volleyball.
Repeat.
Yeah, exactly.
Serve is a little bit wide. Washington and Skinner follow it out. Jordan Thompson serving. 13.
Thompson's looking like there's a little frustration creeping in. Couple of errors in the front court, then that one in the back court. She doesn't look like she's found her rhythm and looking completely comfortable just yet.
outside. That's what Skinner needs. Unload.
So impressive for such a young player. Only 25 years old. She's had a couple of years overseas, but basically, I feel like she's kind of fresh out of college, finishing up at Kentucky only a couple years ago.
Yeah, and last year was her first go-around with this national team here in VNL. At this point, for Coach Karai, looking at his team serving, I mean, I don't know what you do. It is good, but you can't make it too easy. Serving into the right on Skinner. Passes are good. It's a matter of putting two together.
And for now, Poland, I'd say that's probably one thing that's frustrating them. They are trying to target Skinner, but there isn't really a weak portion of reception on the court right now with the libero, with Jordan Larson on the other side. So Skinner's doing a great job of handling that and forcing them to serve out sometimes as well.
Agreed. Pass is perfect. Stishak. Skinner gets under it. Jordan Larson goes down, and there is another back-to-back. So that's what the United States finally.
Yeah, getting themselves going with the defensive plays. The transition plays have to be a go-to for USA right now. And again, cannot get in their heads at the service line anymore.
Serves good. Back to Stishak again. How many balls can she swing at? Measure maturity coming through again.
Tips and rolls, they're a rarity when it comes to Stishak. She's in the air pretty early, you can see it, but the block is already too high. They're already on their way down, and she's using them.
Skinner passes another dime. Jordan Larson, I'm done with you.
And that's the Larson specialty. When it comes to tips, she has a unique one, a style all her own. That's not just a little push over. That is an absolute throw.
Yep, and it's the back third of the court.
Yeah.
Frequently underutilized. Poulter. They decide not to go to the middle there. They go back court. This is the first time we have seen 3 points, I think consecutively, I think in this set at all. I'll check.
That looked like a bit of luck by USA as well. They were all jumping on another player, wide open net there.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Little ball picked up. Wong Arante's back. If anybody was wondering about Jordan Larson, oh gosh, she's 37. Can she for the 4th Olympics? Any more questions, everybody, or just sit down? Just sit down.
Yeah. And exactly like we talked about earlier, it's not just about that power shot. You saw her with that tip throw deep, and then she's bringing the defense shorter with it right over the back. Clever IQ plays.
Yeah, I don't think it's about the power shot at all. She'll do it.
After that song, we have had this situation in defense that we can catch. How is the ball? And so we have to attack. We have to be partly not stop to play. Because in defense, there are balls that we can catch. Here we can find solutions. Don't stop to play. Right. Good.
Fans here are cheering on with the familiar USA chant as the United States puts together a 5-1 run. With all of that effort, it's tied at 14s. They have lost the first 2 sets. Poland has been dominant after 20. Great pass. Jordan Thompson gets it back in her lap.
And to your point about Poland being dominant after the 20-point mark, I think that's the challenge and that's the test right now for USA. Can they keep their wits about them? And there's one answer. Thompson kind of falling backwards and not doing the clever thing. She just kind of swings low.
Yeah, and everybody knew where that was going because Larson had to go grab that ball, so she was out of it. There's Thompson, high swing, off hands.
Much better when she has a full approach, a full ability to get a swing on it. The ball's going outside exactly where she wants it. She has channels to work with.
No words.
Yeah, Larsson usually not one to miss a serve, I have to say.
I feel like today everyone is one. There's been 23 errors by the United States altogether. 15 of them serve. The blocking of Poland has been fantastic. It's 9-8, but something feels like Poland's blocks are more painful.
And again, they're making the setter move. They've got Jordan Thompson, or excuse me, Poulter moved all the way to the front, so then the blockers can stack out there. That's a much easier move.
Jordan Thompson there, dug by Stishak. She's gonna dig and hit. Stishak is a machine.
Yeah, and no challenge. That ball in or out is immediately given.
Well, Karch was asked his team first because he thought originally it was USA ball. He thought it was out, and then all of a sudden he realized they were giving it to Poland, points to his players, everybody says no.
So the question here is, was it called out or was it called touch? Because if he's challenging a block touch, it must be because the ball was called.
It was called out. He thought it was out.
The referee's called it
Oh.
out. So if it's out and there's no touch.
Oh, I thought the referee was saying there was a touch.
I thought the ball was called in. I thought she called it in. But now we're saying she called touch out. That might be, that's a different situation. I think
Yeah.
that's what the conversation is on their side as well.
Yeah.
They thought the ball was originally called in.
They being Poland.
Yes.
Yeah, and Karch, I was watching him and he signaled out.
Yeah.
So I think it was just, everybody felt good about it, now nobody does.
Well, let's have a look at that. No touch.
Nope.
No touch on the block.
Right.
So the ball was out of bounds
Yes.
then.
Yeah, because Karai was right on the end line.
Yeah.
And so he made, I just happened to be there. He makes that call.
And Larsson looked like she was pretty sure it was out as well.
Right. And Poland, yeah.
Well, there you go. Ball out, no touch. Point USA. To clear things up.
So the difference between 18-15 and 17-16, significant, of course.
Big.
Poland's still leading. They want to sweep the United States and get on with life. This is their final match of week 2.
Wow.
After this match, Poland gets on that plane, and if they sweep the United States, I mean, what a week.
That's
for
a
them.
confidence boost. Yeah, that's a way to go into the next week of VNL.
But there's still work to be done. Some fight here. Skinner, pass and go. Too high of a tip. Rongarantes, here's a free ball. You know it's going probably to Stishak. Instead, they go to the middle. Great work by the Polish.
Again, Volosh, one of the best in the world at identifying which set is going to work. So it's a scramble play. It's high and free. She's moved really fast to the net. That little look through the net. She sees she's one-on-one. It's just Washington versus Jurczyk here, and she's able to turn it really, really sharp.
Final timeout for the United States called.
With Jay, and we're going to have you all decide what you're attacking. And it's mostly 41. It's 41 and 11. Bring a little more service pressure, give ourselves some chance. And round 5 feet off, run our routes hard.
That was interesting. He said, we're going to have you decide what you're attacking. Karch saying it's mostly down to 2 players. It's mostly Mounjic or Wukashik.
So I'm thinking, my understanding of that is where you want to attack from the service line. Do you think that's what he's saying? Who you want to receive the first contact? Those two are in the reception? Because maybe that's where all the errors in serve have been coming from. He's been giving them a target and they've been just missing out. So maybe he's saying, hey, put your best serve in back there, target whoever you want.
I like it, because he did say, just to be aggressive. Maybe that's it. Just freestyle a little bit. It's going to be those two. You're obviously not going to try to serve Strigovska. Let's see, it's a 3-point deficit for the United States in a must-win set. That's a coach's point. Karchkarai's time out, but still down by 2. Here's Jordan Thompson. And everybody has contributed to the serve error, so it's not one or the other. You know, it's not just 2 players doing it. Ball is in, Stishak's outside. Yeah, I've been looking for Larson coming up the gut too.
An underutilized part of the USA offense right now is that really quick pipe attack, and Larson's ready for it. You see the 2 blockers kind of diving away to take away zone 5, and she turns it back the other way.
Another great serve, Jordan Thompson. Service pressure, United States ties it at 19 late in set number 3.
Ooh, great camera work there. Thompson dropping it short, combining between those 2, and just that little bit, Washington is so pumped on it. Giving a little bit of authority to the servers can go a long way.
Pass brought in, it goes back the other way, off hands. Options. Outside's gonna be Stishak. She's got a smaller blocker in front of her. Thompson goes to get it. That's your moment, Avery Skinner. That's your moment.
USA fans on their feet because they found a little bit of a lead, but that is exactly the way to play. If you get a chance to show what you can do, Avery Skinner, high ball from behind, she had to go confident. She had to go full swing. That is a good look for the youngster.
Skinner from Texas. This crowd loves some Avery Skinner. Timeout call.
There is only one thing. This is close. Okay, one more can happen, but not a super aggressive serve. It's precise, that's it. So once you make 1 point, the next ball is trusting in the possibility of playing a positive ball. I don't say we have to stick the ball in the net, but at least with a good trajectory, like we can go out there.
Karchkarai calls a timeout at 19:16. There have been 4 consecutive points since then. The decibel level in this gym has just taken it up another notch, as this is a must-win set for the United States. Ooh. Free ball. We got Washington going slide. And the fans love her for it. 5 consecutive, both teams out of timeouts.
And again, this is the power of giving some autonomy to the servers. Now Thompson's back there going full throttle, and Washington able to clean things up at the net.
Good serve, options here. Lukashik. Big piece of it. Here's Skinner again. This is a tough one. Avery Skinner making her mark on the United States right now.
If you're Karch saying, who am I bringing to Paris?
Seriously.
Avery Skinner is making a case for herself right now. That is such a tough ball to swing. High, out of system, the blockers are in a good place, and she does what veterans of the game would do. Swing high, swing hard, and target the hands of the block.
I want to hear that phone call. Is she going to act surprised when he calls? Oh, me? Well, I am available.
Yeah, I don't have anything planned that week.
Outside, Stishak going to have something to say about it. And we'll remind you that the United States has led before, after 20.
Yeah.
Poland, this is their red zone. They love it.
Oh, yeah, and they are a team that plays with urgency in this business end of the set. That's what's getting them to the point of having only lost 1 set this all VNL.
Skinner passes, you knew she would. Washington puts it up a little too high. Stishak is out of the option. Now Skinner begging for it outside. Larson says, my ball. 3 in a row from Avery Skinner.
The Texas crowd is on their feet for good reason. They absolutely love her, as you mentioned, but have a look at the power and the confidence. She is playing lights out just like she did yesterday, and USA reaping the benefits of it.
Micah Hancock to serve. United States 2 points away from extending this. Serve is good. Stishak's behind. Everybody knows it. Slowed down as Washington came in a little late. Of course, you're going to go to Larson. Here it comes to the youngster. May I introduce you to Haley Washington, the best middle blocker of the Tokyo Olympics. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that inside arm has been making best friends with all the swingers out on Poland's side. And look at what it means to her. After having won a gold medal, she still has the enthusiasm of a young, first-time playing volleyball player, and I love it.
Set point, United States. To the middle, Haley Washington. The United States has risen from the edges of defeat.
That is exactly what Koch was looking for from this team. The response. They're down. They don't have a silver lining to the cloud in this set, and yet they come back, fighting spirit, giving every single point the weight that it deserved, and also just cutting down on errors from the service line. Then they're allowing their very good blocking team to do what they do. Washington reading that from a mile away. Good movement, good hands, and the team is looking really solid right now.
Just incredible. You get one moment, you're not going to get those breaks against Poland very often. This is a super elite team. They're 7-0. That's only the second set they've lost through this tournament. And Stishak's not happy about it.
Statement swing right off the bat on the outside, and that's not even her comfortable zone. She's an opposite. She likes to get the ball from coming in front of her, but she sees her body is open. You can see her just looking down that channel and saying, freebie, I got this.
What's most important for Poland in this set if they want to finish it out?
I think the first ball contact. They've been doing a great job from the service line. Only a couple of errors creeping in there, but if they can continue to use their middle, that's frustrating the blockers of USA.
Ball still playing. And Karch Karai issues a challenge in the middle of the play because he thinks that ball hit the floor on Poland's side. You have to make that challenge call in the middle of the play. Can't wait till it's over.
I think Larson asking the referee, was that ball down? I thought someone had admitted to it, she's saying. But they will have to get that challenge review anyway. Yeah, no need to admit it. Clear as day.
Yeah.
Great challenge by USA, because as you mentioned, they had to do it immediately. They couldn't wait till the end of the rally and then say, oh, but the ball was down.
Right.
No, you have to stop the play. And if you're wrong, you lose the point. So there's
Right.
a lot more weight on that challenge.
For example, if there's a net touch, you can wait to see if it actually goes your way. That play goes your way before you call for a net touch challenge, but not the same for the floor. Larson, one-handed dig. It was gold medalist to gold medalist to gold medalist for that rally.
That's a sweet way to play volleyball.
Right, 2 Jordans and a Justine.
I mean, you're getting a view of the best volleyball players in the world, and that's why if you don't have a subscription to VBTV, what are you doing?
No kidding. Volleyball Nations League Arlington is brought to you by VBTV, the best streaming platform out there, and this is why.
So much to watch, and I love to use this as a learning opportunity as well. Anyone that's out there that thinks, I'd love to play in the Olympics one day, this is the first way. Watch the best.
Jordan Thompson, high contact, big time dig, and a net violation against Poland. It was a great dig by Bolos.
So the errors starting to creep in on Poland's side. They've been pretty consistent so far throughout this match, but now it's USA that's taken advantage of those.
Yeah, but it's still early. Like, a little humanity, right? 2 errors, you're like, they're human.
They are?
So great in the first 2 sets.
Stishak's a robot, I'm convinced.
Oh, yeah. And here she goes again. Tip, picked up by Thompson. Washington just runs in and pokes. There is no libero on the floor for the United States, and Poulter in the numbers.
Woo. That one looked like it stung a little bit. But again, that out-of-system ball looking pretty good for Poland. Bolash having to send that high and tight. You think the blockers are in a perfect position, but somehow Mounjic turns it to the outside of the block to get that point. Very impressive.
Moisture on the floor. Jordan Thompson checking it over just to make sure. Every point in this match now carries a gravity to it that maybe you don't feel in earlier ones, but that's an ace serve from the arm of Magda Stishak.
That ball had a whole lot of gravity on it, just dropping out of the sky right behind Larson, and it's a good decision to kind of target her high. She had to move.
Skinner gets underneath it, makes a nice play. Stishak behind. Stishak lands on the floor. Washington gets a piece of that with Skinner.
And you talk about every point being a little bit more valuable here as this match unfolds. Every single block means so much to Washington. I don't think she even got a chunk of that. That was all Avery Skinner, but she's adding that energy.
Uh-oh. Larson. Oh, that's one you want back. No touch. It's quite a dig by Larson.
I don't think Karch will be too upset by that. I mean, it's a great up by Larson, but that's, again, a difficult shot, and Skinner trying to do something with it.
Oh, she's going to get it back out of system. It's not down. The fans cheering. That's down. She's unafraid, Keith, to take big swings in big moments.
And exactly the ball that she wanted before. She gets it set back and does what she wanted to do. And then she's adjusting the blockers in front of her, so she's now opened up that wide cross court that she wants. Then she can hammer it through. So she's kind of playing like cat and mouse with the blockers on the other side.
Yeah, her younger sister, Maddie Skinner, was part of the team in Rio. And I don't know where Maddie is right now, but I can hear her screaming in my head for her big sister.
Yeah, we hear you.
Beautiful. Jordan Poulter and Haley Washington combined.
Blocking, stepping up for USA. They've really turned it on, and again, Washington's at the helm of it. Again, even if she's not getting the full contact, she's helping her team to close. The outsides are lining it up, but she's making no windows for Poland.
Got a piece of it. You know who's watching this game right now? Turkey. Saying, yeah, go 5. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go 5 all the way.
Wear them out, Poland, please. Get them on the floor. Make them play some defense. But again, as we mentioned at the beginning of this match, so much depth on the bench. Anyone could be in that match tomorrow.
Oh, for sure. Over. No good. Poland with the lead in set number 4.
Now I'm starting to wonder, and I haven't obviously seen her play enough with USA to make a judgment, but is Skinner a confidence player? Will she start to go into herself? Will she be a shell, or will she thrive under the pressure?
We're about to find out. From the back court, Larson and Washington using the block against Stefano Amarini. Big scream from the sideline.
And that's a huge point for Poland for so many reasons. First of all, Stishak on the ground making the defense. Second of all, that was the advantage to the blockers, considering how inside the ball was, how tight it was. To be able to turn that and get it off of Poulter's hands is not an easy ask.
Lukashik has been big time impressive. She'll bring out the hammer when she needs to. Smack by Larson.
The tried and true from Jordan Larson. How many times in her career has she cut that cross external rotation with her wrist and shoulder, thumb down? I mean, that is her absolute go-to.
Haley Washington serving, Dana Retke up front. Outside. Skinner dig, keeps it on this side of the net. Larson self-digs. Skinner gets a piece of that. Back outside again to Larson. Stishak. Oh, man. Poulter.
Excellent hustle. Jordan Poulter, actually formerly in Novara. Stefano Lavarini coaching out there as well, so they'll know each other well.
Yep. He helps her up, but wasn't going to help her by moving out of the way too much.
Yeah, exactly.
He stands there. Does not move at all.
That is so funny.
They're keeping it on Skinner. She's responding well. Thompson out of the middle. They've got a lot of different weapons that can come out of the middle.
And a lot of Jordans as well. Yes. They can come out of anywhere.
3 Jordans on the court this entire match. Fantastic dig by Avery Skinner. Larson puts it away.
She is the absolute master at that throw through the block, because when she takes a little speed off it, you can watch the blocker's hands are up in the air, and she waits until they're on the way down when it's getting a little bit weaker in the shoulders and the abs. Then she just pushes so hard.
Middle. Excellent turn to change the conversation. They find Alagerska. Now, what can Poland do?
There's a lot that Poland can do. They've been working that middle, and I think as soon as they keep getting that ball onto Volosh, they're giving struggle to the USA side. But just to keep the wits about them, don't allow USA to get any string of points here towards the end.
It starts with Lukashik's serve. Tough ball. Thompson on the joust. And the block. Larson and Retke combined. We're tied again in 10s.
I love seeing Jordan Larson have fun with volleyball, because if you think about someone who's been playing for so many years as she has, it starts to become monotonous at points. It starts to become your job, but she still just loves it so much.
First match I ever called for her was in 2005, her freshman year at Nebraska. She was dominant then, but she's queen. She's just flat queen now because of the consistency.
Yeah, exactly right. And that just, all the years of work that she's put in, you see them in those little minute moments where things are going her way. And even when they're not, how she reacts is important as well.
Oh, yes. They're stacked to that side, so great serve into the traffic. Stishak is out of this play. Excellent attacking hands. Mountain, great job.
Mountain getting a high ball there. The blockers are in a good position. Again, she's targeting the end line, the end of the court, where the defense has to hustle and lay out to get it.
Stishak has carried such a heavy load for Poland, 22 points. Retke. She's done some great work blocking, hasn't had a ton of swings, but when she does, effective.
And there's different types of middles, and she's a hammer kind of middle. Look, her up in the air and then full swing to it. She's not trying to beat the blockers for speed because she has that height. It's just a very fast arm on her when she's up in the air.
Love the little look, it's picked up. Retke, it's like I went 6'8" all the way down to get that ball up. Great play by Stishak.
Retke, one of those fun players to watch. She's also got some cameras following her in the VNL BTS, and yesterday she went to get a brownie. They said, should we film you? She said, yes, I need the fans to know I also eat brownies.
Oh, where'd she get it? Larson, great pass. A little too much, Washington on the turn. Poland built a lead now, and that's enough for Karch-Kirai. 3 points, as much as he can tolerate, and the United States takes the first time out of set number 4.
Get back to good. They are doing some of this. We're going to watch for that from their side. after this side out, what do we got, LP?
Yeah, hey, we're getting touches 6. Make sure we're just deep. We're getting some good hands. Look for, make sure, because we're touching, we're not letting shots out of system go, especially from 11 when she's off, okay? Middle in the middle of the court, 95. Middles, we can take some chances. Hands fast, in zone 3. Go with it, okay? Here we go.
USA!
USA!
You can feel the life breathe back into the United States after those first 2 sets where they were on their heels the entire time. But it is Magdalena Stysiak behind the service line for Poland. She has been relentless. 23 points, devastating on the attack. Back to Thompson. Skinner bombs the ball.
There she is. She's back to her ways. And again, I love Poulter continuing to feed her with a fast, high, flat ball. That's when she really shines. When she gets that width, she can beat the blockers. With her athleticism more than anything else, the power is just a cherry on top. I think Poland's starting to feel the heat there. A couple of slowdown tactics, getting the floor wipers on there for a couple extra seconds.
Stysiak, hands on her knees in the back corner. I mean, she's taken so many jumps. They're stacked left, serving into the stack, understandably. That's a great swing again. Mounchik, time and time again, is responding.
And she changes up her shots almost every time she goes up to swing. The blockers are adjusting, and she adjusts even further. So last time you saw her go through, she's hit a couple down the line, and that one, that external rotation, she's showing a lot of range every time she contacts the ball.
Volosh out right now. Benarska will set for Poland. Here's a free ball. Benarska's at the net. That's a misconnection. Washington running behind, begging for it. Another kill for Haley Washington.
Huge opportunity taken there by USA. That swing and a miss through the middle, meaning a free ball for USA. You had to get the middle involved, and Washington, even though she had 2 blockers on her, again, swinging high and deep. She's not getting drawn or sucked into swinging low.
Thompson and Washington, you are the best, the sign says. Some fans here. Did not close that block or seal the net. Poland back up to a 3-point lead.
I like the way Poland's been consistent. They haven't really been rattled even after losing that last set. They're just going back to business. And again, this is what's putting them at the top of the table in terms of best teams at the VNL right now.
Ba-bang! Larson. The outside hitters for the United States, wow.
And it's so cool to see the different generations playing together. I mean, the veterans and the newcomers on the same court at the same time. Just a pleasure to watch.
Larson, 20 points. Picked up by Skinner. Here it comes. It'll go out to Larson. Out of system. Takes a big full swing. Behind. Was there a touch? There was not. Magda Stysiak is on the bench, and Smarzak does not get it.
She's going for it, but there's just enough of a hole there between the blockers. The right idea, the right direction. Looked a little flat on her fingers as it came off.
Poland still leading by 1. Middle. Slowed. Retke is behind. Skinner is in the middle. That's 2 that she's hit into the top of the net, maybe going a little too straight down.
Yeah, she's trying to do a lot there. That ball is fast. There's no blocker. And I think she maybe got sucked into that. She got baited into it thinking, oh, there's no one. Let me just crush this. What I do like about USA right now, though, they haven't given up a lot in the serve.
No. Stysiak's back on the court now. Retke making her mark. That's so important for the United States. We've seen Skinner, we've seen Larson, seen a little bit of Washington. Use Retke.
Yeah, and on the pipe behind as well. She's normally one of the middles that goes right on top of Poulter. You keep her in front or maybe a one step behind. Spread her to the wing, absolutely. She's got so much range as well.
Stishak, power tip.
Stishak taking a leaf out of Jordan Larson's book there. We've seen Stishak put that tip a little softer, but the tip throw in this generation of volleyball is so effective.
Poland +2. Great pass. Just winds up and lets it fly. Larson, again, 21 points in this match.
She's a go-to. She's a go-to for a reason, and she will recognize immediately that the blocker from the middle is not there in time. She speeds up her arm to beat her.
Middle. Good call. Great call by Velosh to go to the middle.
Yeah, and it feels like USA's taken a little bit of heat off of their serve. So Poland now are having an easier time getting the ball to Volleyball, but at the same time, 0 errors in the serve from USA in this set. And that's exactly what's going to keep them able to play their way through to the end.
Bang, Jordan Thompson. I feel like that's an important one. Poland was on the cusp of the red zone at 20.
Yeah, and you can hear USA cheering each other on, talking to each other. Someone saying, hit high, and that's exactly what she does. She just catches that thumb of the middle blocker, but she's not trying to bring it down to the block level. And as you get more and more tired, players will sometimes do that.
Sub differently this time. Micah Hancock comes in just for her serve. We'll see where she's going to play defense. No libero on the floor. She's going to play middle back. Ball is in. Karchkarai looking at it. There's no point in arguing it, which Bolt 6 will show us.
Oh, I think there's a little touch there by Washington as well.
There's very definitely a touch, so it doesn't matter where the ball landed. Hancock back out. Serve receive for the United States. Skinner, Larson, and Wong Arantes.
That'll be a welcome error from USA. Get them out
Yes.
of that rotation. Get Stishak off the line.
I'm not sure what Larson's saying.
I think she's asking rotation. Franti ready to come in at some point for someone.
Yep.
But not yet.
That's
Too
a
eager.
vague answer. Poland still leading by 1. Outside. Oh. It's Doug. Here's Skinner overhead against a massive block. Great dig. Was there a touch? There was. Touch versus United States. They're asking Haley Washington. Washington is saying no.
She looks a little quieter than usual, though. I think she was
Don't lie to Karchkarai.
mincing her words. You can try and convince the referee and the other team and the entire stadium, but as soon as Karch looked her in the eye, I think that was the moment she was debating in her head, do I say yes, do I say no?
Her career predates Bolt 6, so, you know.
It's instinct, I'm telling you. As a middle blocker especially, there's so many you want to get away with, and she probably did for years.
Oh, she goes over to Karch to say something. Oh no, she's getting something from Alfie Reft.
Well, this is a huge one as well, because the shift in those points right here at this business end of the set could make a huge difference.
Wait.
Oh, no touch. Interesting. That is a little mind game by Miss Washington.
Well done. Karchkarai, everybody was saying no touch, and Karch didn't care what anybody else said. He's looking at Washington.
Yep.
Score is 20 all. Stefano Lavarini says, hold on. He'll take a timeout.
Choose very well our shot now. Okay. We keep alternating the serve, drop, short. Is the moment for Skinner now. We don't serve anymore. Side out. If we want the block, has to be out. Block. Ball.
If you could hear anything there, Key, you're better than me.
I think I only heard a couple of things right there at the beginning. We really have to choose our shots wisely, and he's exactly right. This is not the moment to give anything free to USA because it will be momentum for them.
5-point game. Stishak still has more. They're saying out, and Stishak is saying absolutely. Challenge. I gotta say, I agree with her. I thought I saw one.
I mean, she's not taking no for an answer. That if
it was self-confessed.
Oh, that takes away kind of the drama. We like the suspense of a challenge.
Unfortunately, it was after the challenge was accepted, so only karma points.
Oh, that might not have even been called as a touch. I didn't see a finger move there.
Well, don't say that, because Haley Washington will never tell the truth ever again.
I think, was it Skinner or Washington?
I don't know. I was looking at the floor at the time.
I don't think it went anywhere near Washington.
Skinner makes it right.
That's a good reaction from Skinner, especially since I was wondering, and I asked this question, would she go a little bit quiet after a couple of errors? And we saw her maybe take a little heat off her swing, but again, that's a difficult shot and makes it work. Tom on the sideline giving her a hug for it.
Any more questions about Skinner? No. Ali Franti now in great server and defender.
Yep.
And an outside hitter, obviously, as well. Longarantes. Stishak is here. They're going to go the other way. Ball out. No touch. United States with a micro lead, 22-21. A must-win set.
Longarantes with the pickup on that ball. There's the last point as it finished, but gotta give it to that defense. The Bears never get credit, but she was exactly where she needed to be.
Franti serving, crowd cheering USA. Pass is good. Longarantes digs, Larson outside. Larson's gonna come in. Goes at Stishak. Back again. It was a long string set, only one blocker out there. Poland responds, and we're locked at 22s.
And that's tough because you see Poulter all the way on the other side of the court trying to get back in time and eventually decides, let's just put up one blocker and stay for defense. And of course, the attack can see right through that. Vukashik, very veteran player, knows exactly where to put it.
Jurczyk on the service line. Opportunity to pull ahead. Outside. Let Larson clean it. What a dig! Unbelievable. Vukashik again.
Poland's been having a lot of joy on that pin on the outside right now, the last couple of plays. Larson looking like she was going to have the best of that, but without even having a set, that ball just goes straight back up in the air, and the blockers are not in place yet. That's too quick for them.
Second and final timeout called by the United States.
Hey, perfect. She might move it. Passers, give me a good hold, okay? Haley, watch your route. And look, we got that edge out there. We have the edge out there. Let's go. USA! 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 One good hold. That's okay.
Everybody, we're gonna wait. Just follow me. Wait.
United States slight edge in receptions and attacks, out-blocking Poland 13-9. But all that matters right now, Poland won the first 2 sets. They're 2 points away from taking down the United States. They beat the United States last year in the bronze medal match on this very floor. Jurczyk serving again. Perfect pass from Skinner. Washington finishes it. Again, it's Skinner with the pass.
Yeah, things are starting to feel like they are flowing for the USA, and it starts with that first contact. Skinner's so confident with it, and Washington gets herself one-on-one all day long. That deep cross is hers.
Washington's emotion now contained to serve the ball in. It's a good serve, too. Stishak is behind. Tip by Stishak.
Such a clever play. Get the middle on the floor, make her play defense. Is a great serve by Washington, but she's that handed up so early.
Yep, it's set and match point, Poland. Volosh serve. Skinner perfect. Big time dig, it's brought back in. Larson's on the outside. Washington in the back, it's still in play. Larson outside for the swing. Poland will swing for the match. Jordan Larson, big time digs from Strugovska. Oh, wow! Łukasik finishes it off, and Poland takes down the United States in a 4-set thriller.
Well, the crowd got a little bit silent after that. Everyone hoping this would go to 5, whether they were a Polish fan or not, because what a level of volleyball here in this gym. Poland outlasting the USA there in that last set, but that has a lot to do with their precision. Every single time they're stepping on the court, I'm feeling this sense of urgency from Poland. And again, we talked about it in the intro. They have a job to do, and they are all fighting for a spot on both sides, really. But this is the starting squad of Poland that Lavarini is wanting to take with him to Paris. USA switching up lineups. They did so well to swing over and over again, but the defense right there of Strugovska just kept forcing Larson to play again and again, just outlasting.
Poland is heading home today. They're getting on the plane after this. They have finished the first 2 weeks of Volleyball Nations League 8-0. What a team. This was a challenger team last year in this tournament. They ended up with the bronze medal, and they're on their way again.
Yeah, they're such a fun team to watch as well. They just disciplined in all areas. They've got some really big swingers, like you mentioned. Stishak doing fantastic work, just cleaning it up with 27 points. USA just couldn't find a way to slow her down. If you look on the other side, Larson was their top scorer with 21. But again, from the very beginning, strong serving was USA.